After the Second World War, the number of English words and expressions in the Romanian media increased significantly. This influence is not only specific to Romania, but is found in many countries around the world. The attitude of speakers and specialists towards the avalanche of English terms in Romanian audiovisual must be a rational one. I don't blame the use of Anglicism or neologisms, regardless of the language of origin. On the contrary, I would like to point out that when their use is justified from a terminological point of view, and when they fill a semantic gap or a more precise meaning, borrowing can be a proof of linking and integrating modern science and technology. Hence, the language of globalization was English as a result of huge technical and economic supremacy. From a political and social point of view, the main explanation relates to the status of English as the language of globalization, demonstrated by scientific, political, statistical, and sociolinguistic arguments in the works devoted to this subject. After the technological and information boom, many linguists, writers, journalists, and other users of the written and spoken language in most European countries have generally shown a worried attitude and used often desperate warnings. In some countries, laws have even been passed to preserve the national language. Some specialists claim that in the future the Romanian language, with all its Latin origins, will become an Anglo-American Balkan hybrid. This trend is visible and reaches alarming heights, especially in the students' age group. The English language exerts the strongest of all influences on the Romanian language. In dealing with the public, the media pursues four objectives: raising awareness and informing on a given subject, shaping attitudes, and finally, influencing behavior in a particular direction. A consequence of the massive penetration of English words into English could be the undermining of the inflectional character of Romanian by increasing the number of invariable adjectives and erasing the boundaries between parts of speech. Instead of Romanian words, inappropriate words and English constructions were used as well as unsuitable forms. For example, promite bossul stelei, correct is promite șeful stelei. O trupă în trend acum, dar nu știu will be whatever, sunt speechless, I am speechless, sunt fără cuvinte in Romanian. The first problem in the analysis of the influence of English is that English is completely or partially borrowed from English in the names of some Romanian TV stations. For Romanian viewers, the presence of English words in the names of Romanian TV channels is nothing new, as 1/3 of the TV channels have English names, most of them being international channels. Examples: HBO, Animal Planet, Discovery Science, Minimax. It's estimated that at least 2,000 languages are doomed to disappear in the coming decades. Others will continue to play an important role in families and small areas, but not in academia or business. What are the chances of the Romanian language surviving? Spoken by some 29 million speakers around the world, Romanian is present not only in books, films, and TV channels, but also in the digital information space. The Romanian internet market is growing. More and more Romanians have access to a computer at home and are internet users. The Romanian language has many specific features that contribute to the richness of the language, but which can also be a challenge for computational processing, similar to the process of relativization in the 19th century after liberation from Greek and Ottoman domination. The Romanian language has gone through a process of transition from a totalitarian, wooden language to open use in the last 20 years, in which new linguistic models have to adapt to the thesis of social and cultural transition. Thus, like many other languages, Romanian is undergoing a continuous process of internationalization under the influence of Anglo-Saxon vocabulary. Our main concern should not be the gradual Anglicization of the Romanian language, but its complete disappearance from the major areas of our personal lives. This is not in areas such as science, aviation, and global financial markets, but in many areas of everyday life where it's much more important to be close to a country's citizens than to international partners such as domestic politics, administrative processes, law, or culture. In the case of the Romanian language, research at universities and institutes in Romania and Moldova has led to the development of high-quality systems and widely applicable models and theories. However, the scope of resources as well as the range of tools are still very limited compared to existing resources and tools for English. Speakers and specialists' attitudes towards the invasion of Anglicism in the Romanian audio-visual language should be reasonable, as it's necessary to measure both advantages and disadvantages. Anglicisms have not resulted in the alteration of the Romanian language, but rather contributed to its permanent renewal and reconstruction, to the modernization of the lexicon. The Romanian language has the character of a living, dynamic organism in contact with international languages, especially English, and with the current trend towards globalization. My point of view about this avalanche of English terms is that we should not allow ourselves to be influenced by the media takeover without unnecessarily researching useless foreign terms. The media endangers the Romanian language by introducing useless terms without any necessity, witnessing unprecedented technological development, facilitated by numerous channels of communication and dissemination of ideas, scientific achievements, and behavioral and cultural patterns. Scientists and teachers must intervene to protect the Romanian language. I made a short presentation about media in Romania. I hope you didn't get bored and learn something new. And sorry for my bad pronunciation.